just ask if you have any more concerns with Coursera. Medyo madilim yata. Sorry. Ano siya? Do you have any concerns on Coursera or baka ayos naman na?
Ma'am, yung sa akin.
Ay, sorry. Yes, Juwen, I forgot. Maghahanap pala ako, sabi ko, pero nawala sa isip ko. I will try to look for other Coursera courses na medyo aligned sa ating course. Yeah. Bali, ilan silang hindi pa nakapag-enroll, Juwen? Sige. Hindi po ako naka-enroll. Yes, Ida, I will try to look for other courses ne. Nakalimutan ko lang. Actually, your president had reported that concern to me. Pero nung minessage niya kasi ako, sakto atang may klase ako during that time or I am preparing for my next class. Okay. Excuse daw po si Maricel. To our secretary, kindly take note, Ms. Maricel Arandia. Meron daw siyang dis ngayon. This me. So as of now, thank you, Danjeline. We have 20 participants, pang 20 ako. Ma'am, yung nag-report po sa akin na hindi pa naka-enroll ay nasa 5. Okay, noted. Please, Juwen, kindly remind me, pwede siguro kahit bukas na lang, medyo busy ako ngayon hanggang gabi. Bukas na lang, i-remind mo ako so that I could look for other courses. Okay, thank you. And before we proceed, may I just present to you again the status of your output sa ating Google Classroom. Okay, this is the last time. Hindi ko pa po siya na-check, pero I just want you to see this one. So, meron pa pong hindi nakapag-submit na isa. Let's try to take a look. Yeah, I reminded this one last time, tama? Si Christine Ann sa Lumatar. Okay, so Juwen, being the president, kindly relay this one again kung hindi rin siya makaka-join sa ating Google Meet. But kung nandito na si Christine Ann, please be reminded that you haven't submitted your activity yet. Ayan. So let's move on to our discussion. Okay. Ay, nakalimutan ko. Hindi ko kasi makita yung chat. Wait lang. Before I will dual screen. Okay. So, last time, what was our previous discussion last time? Anybody in the class? Diba, we've talked about a theoretical foundation in the study of values. Okay. Theory. Sige, I have a question before we proceed. Let me just take some of my notes. I would like to give you at least 3 minutes to think of. Think of your values in life that makes you happy, and then try to recall what were the instances in your life that you act on those values. What were your values in life that makes you happy? And cite some instances that you show, you manifest, you demonstrate those values in life. Diba, if we will go back with our previous discussion or conceptualization or definition about values, we've mentioned that values are something that we desire, something that we give importance, or these are the things that we prioritize over a set of alternatives or options, no? These are the things which seem to be desirable to you, which makes you happy. Now, I would like you to think of your values in life that makes you happy, and then try to recall the occurrences or the events wherein you portrayed those values or that value kung isa lang. Kung nahihirapan kayong mag-isip kung what are the different values, try to look your notes or our lesson material or yung finorward ko sa ating Google Classroom regarding the core and related values. Di ba makikita natin doon the different aspects of values, physical, social, di ba? Sige, tingnan ko dito. Ayan, we have physical, we have intellectual, we have moral, spiritual, social, economic, political. It contains the different list of values. Example lang yun. Sige na, I'll give you 3 minutes to think on that. Hanapin ko saglit yung aking timer. If you want to share your idea, you may raise your hand for a while. Okay, 3 minutes. Where's my 3 minutes? Sorry. 3 minutes starts now. Init. Okay, so 3 minutes is done. Anyone who would like to share? I think it would be better if I call somebody. Medyo hesitant pa ata. Walang gustong mag-volunteer. Let's try to ask. Mhm. How about Denver? Denver?
Ma'am, kaka-join ko lang po. Ano po yung sorry po.
Okay. I asked them to think of the values they have that made them happy and try to recall the instances in their life that they manifest, demonstrate, or exhibit that value. Okay, balikan kita, Denver, ha? How about um, Jovlivian? Jovlivian.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon.
Siguro po ano po yung sa akin. Patience po.
Patience. Why the value of patience?
Kasi po um sa kasi ako po yung taga-turo po ng mga pinsan ko sa pagmo-module po. So, dalawa po sila. Hindi ko po kasi nagagawa minsan yung mga gawain ko din po sa schoolwork po. Kaya mas inuuna ko din po sila. Yun po, sa pagpe-patience ko pong pagtuturo sa kanila, nagiging proud din po ako. Kasi sa sarili ko at pati din po sa kanila kasi nakikinig din po sila sa akin.
Yeah, you know, the character or having the character of being a patient teacher is really important in in the nature of our job, no? You can't be teacher if you are impatient. So maganda yan kasi at least no during your academic preparation or habang nag-aaral ka pa, you are already kumbaga internalizing that values to be part of your system. Okay, thank you, Jovlivian.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. How
Salamat po po.
about yes, that's good, Mary Jane. Yes, Mary Jane.
Sa akin po, peace po. Ako po kasi
Peace.
ako po kasi mahalaga po sa akin yung kapayapaan, yung payapa po ko sa mga ginagawa ko. For example, peace. For example po, nandun po ako sa isang situation na kailangan ko pong mag-decide between sa mga bagay-bagay. And lagi ko pong pinipili kung saan po ako mas payapa. And it makes me happy po kasi kapag pinipili ko yun kung saan ako payapa, hindi po ako nagsisisi na yun yung pinili ko. And idinadaan ko rin po siya sa prayers. Kaya yun po, lagi pong doon po ako kung saan po ako payapa. Kapag hindi po ako payapa doon sa isang bagay, hindi ko po siya tinutuloy or hindi ko po siya ginagawa. Yun lang po.
Okay, that's also, kumbaga, magandang na-share yan kasi siguro it could be some sort of realization also to some of your classmates and even to me, no? Actually, hindi ko rin alam kung part ba dyan yung ugali kong ano. Kasi restless ako kapag halimbawa, I am doing something or preparing something, halimbawa, before examination or preparing for my notes or studying, I have to make sure also that yung working environment ko is at peace or orderly, parang ganun eh. Kasi parang I am distracted kung ang room ko ay although magulo naman, pero hindi siya yung super gulo. Pag super gulo talaga, hindi disoriented ako or yun nga, hindi siya peaceful, kumbaga hindi siya nakakatulong sa'yo, no? Pag peaceful yung environment mo or serene, mga bagay na ganyan, at least somehow they contributes, no, to your thinking. Hindi ko alam kung magpo-fall din siya dun sa idea mo ng peacefulness. Okay, thank you, Mary Jane. How about the others?
Ako po, ma'am.
Ma'am, ako po.
Nauna si RJ. Si RJ muna. Wait lang. RJ?
Ma'am, yung sa akin po is self-worth.
Again, RJ, hindi ko naintindihan.
Ma'am, yung sa akin po self-worth.
Self-worth. Okay.
Ma'am, kasi ano po, parang, kasi kapag alam mo po yung value mo sa sa mundong ito, parang ang saya pong mamuhay, parang ganun po. So, sabi nga po self-worth is self-love po. So, kapag alam mo po yung yung value mo sa mundong ito, malalaman mo rin po kung ano yung mga kailangan mong attributes, yung mga happiness mapupunta po sa'yo. Kasi yun nga po, full ka po ng hope and positivity kapag alam mo po yung value mo sa mundo. So yun po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, RJ. Yes, that's very true, no? Sometimes kasi we are waiting for other people to acknowledge our existence or simply to notice the things that we do. We long for others' appreciation. We long for their love. We long for their attention. But if you know yourself that you have a value, you value yourself as an individual, you don't need others' appreciation. You don't need others' acknowledgement, no? Parang somehow we have the tendency to be frustrated sometimes, especially kung nag-exert ka ng effort and then nobody realizes or even notices the efforts that you do. Nakaka-frustrate, nakaka-demotivate bilang isang individual. But if you know your self-worth, it will, kumbaga, it will serve as your fuel to do more, no? Or disregarding others' opinion. Okay, that's very good, RJ. Basahin ko lang po saglit ang sinabi ni Miguel. Paggawa at pagsang-ayon, pagpili ng mga bagay na hindi labag sa kalooban. I've applied this value when I was deciding what course or program should I take in college. Oh, alam nyo, yung mga taong ganito, I feel that they are brave. Ako kasi, there are instances na hindi ko alam, siguro minsan dahil sa hiya sa isang tao or dahil sa, alam mo ba yun, yung tinitingala ko masyado yung tao. And there are instances that I personally can't raise my own opinion or my voice na hindi ko masabi na nagdi-disagree ako. Yun, siguro dito ako mababa and I'm glad, Miguel, that you stand for what you believe in. Kasi importante yan. Kasi, kumbaga, that is being you. You are becoming authentic of who you are. And becoming authentic, no, does not, kumbaga, you may not please other people. Kumbaga, di ba, may mga pagkakataon na ganun, na kapag sinabi mo yung totoo at nagpaka-straightforward ka, and then meron tayong mga nasasagasaang tao. Siguro yun yung hindi ko pa ma-develop sa akin. And continue for doing that, Miguel. That's very good. Miguel. Ako kasi pag yung mga tita ko or yung aking yung mga kaibigan na nahihiya ako, may mga, wag niyo akong gayahin and that's not good. Siguro kailangan kong i-practice yon. Wag masyadong agbain-bain nga kunada. Okay, I would like to ask for one more bago ko basahin yung kay Nikki. Sino na yung
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Michelle.
Yes, ma'am. May tatlo po akong values na nilist, ma'am. First,
Mhm.
faith in God. Pangalawa,
Mhm.
being family-oriented. At saka yung pangatlo, ma'am, self-worth. Unahin ko po muna yung faith in God. Yung faith in God, ma'am, is talagang napaka-importanting values to para sa akin na kahit anong problema or pagsubok na dumaan sa buhay mo, basta may faith ka kay Lord, alam mo na kayang-kaya mo yun kasi kasama mo si Lord. Sa being family-oriented naman po, ma'am, is every decision na ginagawa ko, lagi kong kinukonsider yung decision din ng family ko at lagi ko din inuuna yung family ko before others. At saka yung pangatlo, ma'am, self-worth. Isa din to sa pinaka-importanting values na natutunan ko na kailangan mong pahalagan at mahalin mo muna yung sarili mo bago magmahal ng ibang tao. At saka, you don't need to please other people.
Yeah.
Kasi kung mahal mo yung sarili mo, hindi na parang hindi ka maapektuhan sa sasabihin ng iba tungkol sa'yo. Yun.
Yes. And dagdag ko lang din dun sa self-worth. Di ba? Don't be too hard on yourself. Minsan kasi we are setting or we are pushing so much for our own achievements or accomplishments na minsan na hindi natin sila na-accomplish or there are failure along the way. And minsan parang may mga instances na hindi natin napapatawad yung sarili natin or we look down ourselves, no? Siguro yun din. Okay? Oh, marami na pala dito. Saglit lang. And Nikki Ree. Thank you, Michelle. And Nikki Ree, ma'am, sa akin po is respect. Yeah, Filipinos are very remarkable or notable, no, for being respectful. Bata pa lang po ako, bukod po sa pagsasabi ng po at opo ay kinalakihan ko na ang pagmamano at pagbebeso-beso, lalo na sa mga nakatatanda. Wow, that's sweet, Nikki Ree. Kasama na rin po yung respeto sa ibang tao regardless sa kanilang edad, gender, and social status. You know, di ba yung kissing of hands sa mga elders na mga kamag-anak natin, sana hindi yun mawala na culture ng mga Pilipino kasi parang in this modern times, although napapalitan naman pala siya yung kissing mismo beso-beso. Pero maganda siyang i-preserve as one of our values, no? As Filipinos. And sige, basahin ko na nga si Lovely Jean. Sa akin po is pagiging responsible at courageous. Nasan na? Na-apply ko po ito bilang isang ate. No? At syempre, rin sa pag-aaral ko kahit na marami pong struggles sa buhay, dapat maging brave. Yeah, you have to be brave. We all have to be brave because we are facing a world full of uncertainties. Okay? At yung mindset po dapat natin is kaya natin at malalagpasan natin. Okay, Aja. Lovely Jean. Wait lang, sulat ko lang. Lovely Jean. And then, RJ, sorry, saan itong it can lead to anxiety? Ay, yung sa self-worth kanina? Okay,
Yes po, ma'am.
sige. Thank you. And for Juen, sa akin po, maasahan. Yeah, maasahan si Juen, lalo na pag mga technical difficulties or glitches, no? Minsan, inistorbo ko po si Juen mga anong oras na ng gabi pag mayroon ako mga technical difficulties or mga problems po sa aking laptop. Ayan. And thank you for being maasahan. Ayan. Because po sa akin, minsan na kung meron man po ako maitutulong, lalo na kung meron po ako na wala sa iba, that is being generous. Willing ko po i-share, lalo na po sa panahon ngayon, marami ang hindi gamay ang technology. Yeah. Kaya kung may mga questions man po or humihingi ng tulong, willing po akong sumagot kasi para din po sa amin ito at magagamit din namin in the future. Yes, very good, Joanne. Next, Elijah. Ala, sige. Wait lang. Elijah, ma'am, sa akin po is pagiging loyal. Masaya po ako na maging tapat po ako sa aking kapwa at sa sarili. Kaya madalas o minsan maingat po ako sa pagsang-ayon. Wow! Critical-minded si Elijah. Ibig sabihin, wini-weigh niya talaga yung mga options niya. Nagagawa ko po ito kapag nagpa-promise po ako at nagko-commit. Oh, gusto ko yan. That's very admirable traits, Elijah. Alam mo ba yung mga loyal na tao? Kumbaga, you can depend or rely on them. Kasi there are those individuals na, kumbaga, promise ng promise until the time na yung you hear them saying the word promise ay wala ng value. But for those people who value their words, their integrity, masisense mo agad if you could depend sa sinasabi ng taong ito. Okay, Elijah, pagpatuloy mo yan. And kay Ida Marie, ma'am, sa akin po is having a grateful heart. Yeah. Maliit man o malaking bagay, we should always be grateful and thankful for everything that we have. Yeah, minsan kasi there are, kumbaga, pagkakataon na nakakalimutan nating magpasalamat and by having a grateful heart, your situation is nakakagaan siya ng pakiramdam, nakakasaya siya ng damdamin, no? Kaysa naman, you know, imagine every day, every time you woke up, bilangin mo kaya kung ilang beses ka nagreklamo sa isang araw. At ikumpara mo yun sa ilang beses kang nagpasalamat sa araw na yun. Sometimes, di ba, na-overtake pa niya kumbaga, na-outnumbered ng mga reklamo natin, yung pasasalamat natin sa buhay. Why not try to change that, no? Baka may bagbago sa buhay mo, baka may bagbago sa point of view mo, no? Try niyong i-track kung ilang beses kang magreklamo sa isang araw at ilang beses kang magpasalamat sa isang araw. Wait lang, nakalimutan ko ng mag-note ng nagre-recite. Juen, Elijah. Kung gusto nyo naman po, ay i-unmute yung sarili ninyo or mag-recite kayo. Okay, according to Sheena, sa akin po ay positivity. Ngayong pandemic ko po ito mas na-apply. Ayan, kasi nga, no, kumbaga, kung problema lang ang iisipin mo during this pandemic, you won't survive, you won't thrive this pandemic. Maraming mga negative thoughts. Tinitignan ko pa rin po ang positive side ng isang bagay. Hindi mo kasi masosolve ang isang bagay kung nagpapadistract or nagpapalaman ka sa mga negativity. Things won't work. And you know what? There are many things to be grateful about due to this pandemic, di ba? Ang dami kayang mga nagbago, even in our values as individuals, no? The way we perceive things, maraming nagbago because of the pandemic, and dapat doon tayo magpasalamat. No, hindi lang yung, kumbaga siguro, brought by fear, no, or some sort of anxiety, kaya yung mga tao ay palaging nega. Okay? Sheena. And according to Lovely Jean, ay, si Shane daw po hindi maka-join. Okay, noted, Lovely Jean. Okay, any more? Yes, Denver. Yan, bumalik si Denver. Yes.
Yes po. Sa akin po is pagiging family-oriented. So,
Family-oriented.
po lahat, yes po. Lahat po ng achievement ko po kasi is credit ko po sa family ko and in-offer ko po sa kanila. And yung mga friend, boyfriend, or girlfriend, yung mga words na po yun is nag-end sa end na END. Pero yung family, it ends with ILY, which means I love you po.
I love
so,
you.
family always loves you po. Yun po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Earl Denver. Okay, tama. Balik ko lang ulit yung sagot ni Sheena May kanina, di ba? During this pandemic, ang na-develop niya ay more on positivity. And, di ba, if we will try to gauge yung mga nangyari this pandemic, di ba mas na-close pa tayo as family? Yung family-orientedness natin, mas na-heighten pa as Filipinos. Kumbaga, mas na-treasure pa natin yung family natin. Siguro, without the presence of this COVID-19, hindi natin papahalagahan yung pamilya natin ng katulad ng pagpapahalaga natin ngayon. No? As you can see, mas maraming pamilya ang nabuo, may kasama-sama, may mga pagpapatawad na no? Because we don't know what will happen next, no? Our world is full of uncertainty, mysteries, okay? Sige, so again, thank you for sharing your values in life. Diba, as we have mentioned before, values should be consistent. No, the true acid test of those values na sinabi ninyo ay by living those values in real life. So, siguro maganda na i-sustain nyo yung mga values ninyo, no? And some of you ay na-amaze talaga ako sa mga senior nila kasi, you know, ako bilang inyong teacher or your course instructor for this, I don't have some of the values you have mentioned. Ang dami ko pang kailangan i-work out as you, as an individual, as your teacher, no, especially for this course. I have to make sure also that somehow, no, being your teacher, I could be worthy of epitome, or I am somehow a good role model to you. Yung, kumbaga sa akin kasi ang bigat ng subject na GMRC, not on the content per se, but syempre it should be encompassing, no? Being the course instructor for this. Okay, balikan natin yung ating discussion. Last time, we also defined values, the different definitions. Ayan, di ba? Yung ginawa ko sa inyo kanina ay somehow relevant siya sa values clarification. Okay, na yung pinag-aralan natin according kay Lewis Raff, no? Yung CPA or the 7 indicators. Ayan. Ang lalo nangyari, ba't di siya nakikita? Ayan. You have to choose it freely, no? To choose from alternatives, after thoughtful consideration of consequences of such alternative. Ayan yung parang si Elijah yata yun kanina, ne? Talagang pinag-iisipan niya, no? Thorough consideration or thoughtful consideration of the actions or decisions or yung mga words na binibitawan, and of course their consequences or repercussions in our life. And sa pricing tayo, ayan, kaya tinanong ko kayo kanina, what makes you happy? O yan, those are, and of course you have to repeatedly do it. Those are indicators of values. It must be consistent in your real life. Kaya nga sabi nga nila, yung true acid test of the true acid test of values that we have is by living in that value. It's not enough that we have an idea about that value or we claim that we have that value, but if we don't live by that value, we could say that we possess that value. Ayan, pinag-aralan din natin yung kay Thomas Andres na somehow relevant din kay Lewis. Ayan. And we also discussed the 4 large areas of values last time and the phase theory values. Kung paano natin nade-develop yung mga values per stages. Okay, so last time, did we end here yung values, skills, and development? Can somebody answer? Meron pang sagot dito. Wait lang ha. I-note ko na lang muna yung mga nag-recite. Elijah, Sheena May, Lovely, Danjeline. Pagiging responsable po, na-apply ko po ito mula noong nagpunta yung mama ko sa abroad para bilang panganay po. Natutunan ko pong tumayo bilang pangalawang ina sa aking mga nakababatang kapatid. Ako po yung nag-alaga sa kanila at gumawa ng mga gawaing bahay habang ang aming mga magulang ay nasa trabaho. Ganyan ang mga anak, mga OFW, usually, special kapag panganay. According kay Aldrin, para sa akin po, is service to God. Since grade 4 po ako ay nag-serve na ako sa altar server po sa church namin. Wow! Nasubukan ko pong maging sakristan for almost 9 years. Tapos naging part din ako ng Ministry of Lecturer and for sa church po namin noon. At nakatulong po ito para maboost po yung faith ko. Wow! Continue. Continue doing that, Aldrin. And then kay Christine, calmness. Wow. Welcome, criticism, and respectful. Hindi natin maiwasan na mayroong mga negative things na masasabi sa atin yung ibang tao. Instead of fighting back, I just remain calm, welcome those criticism, and respect of those people. Yes. And Kerubian, hindi ko napansin, meron pa pala to, sorry. Kerubian, pagiging generous po sa akin, yung kung anong meron or kaya kong itulong is itutulong ko po, pero do not expect or wag pong sasama ang loob kapag hindi ka matulungan ng taong tinutulungan mo. Kasi ang pagtulong dapat is maluwag sa kalooban. Wow! That's very insightful, Kerubian. Alam mo ba kasi, minsan kasi, I don't know, kumbaga, it became ang tawag natin doon, kinagawian na natin that when you help somebody, they will also help you in return. Yung utang na loob, debt of gratitude, parang ganun, no? But yeah, you are right. Pagtulong ay it is freely given and you shouldn't be expecting something in return. Okay? Jovelyn, humility. Haba pa. I knew in myself that I'm having this value, especially in terms of having conflict with others. Napakadali ko pong gawin ang paghingi ng tawad kasi minsan hindi ko na inisip if ako or yung ibang taong nagkasal. Kasi based din sa Bible, I don't remember the verse, huwag na hintay na humingi ng tawad ng ibang tao. Ikaw na mismo ang humingi ng tawad. Upang ang kapatawaran mula sa Diyos ay patuloy na ipagkaloob sa atin. I choose to have humility instead of having pride and values. May I just add, Jocelyn, that make sure that when you ask for forgiveness, na gagawin mo din talaga yung pag-ask ng forgiveness. Kasi minsan, there are those individuals asking for forgiveness. Tapos, second time, gagawin na naman nila ulit. Third time, hanggang fourth time, hanggang fifth time, make sure that you try to avoid doing that fault again or yung pagkakamali na yon para hindi rin mawala yung tiwala ng ibang tao sa'yo. Kasi minsan may mga taong ganyan, sorry sila ng sorry, no? But wala namang nagbabago sa mga ginagawa nila. They continue committing those mistakes. And sometimes, yun nga, parang yung word na sorry sa ibang tao ay, para sa kanila ay hindi na siya ganun ka-meaningful or kabigat. Okay? Yes, anak. Wait lang po. Okay. Ang tanong, babe. Nagkaklase ako, baby. Doon na. Okay, next. According to Hazel, integrity kasi mahirap po sa pakiramdam kapag nagawa ko yung tama at masarap po sa pakiramdam kapag nagawa ko yung tama at napapagtagumpayan ko yung pressure ng iba na gumawa ng mali. Wow. Hazel, yes. According to Karen May, haba pa pala, sorry, Karen. Forgiveness, kasi po masarap po sa pakiramdam na magpatawad. Kasi po kung ang Diyos kaya niya magpatawad, dapat ganon din po tayo kasi tayo po ay di sakdal. Di sakdal. Okay, in terms of pagpapatawad naman, Karen, make sure na yung pagbibigay mo ng patawad sa ibang tao ay karapat-dapat din, no? Kasi minsan, abusive din yung ibang tao. Okay, yun lang. Abusive din yung ibang tao. Michelle, hanggang sa face theory of value pa. Okay, thank you, Michelle. And then, Erlika. Para sa akin po, is yung self-discipline, lalo na ang online class po tayo ngayon at napaka-importante po nito kasi dapat marunong tayong i-manage yung sarili natin sa pag-aaral at iwasan ang pag-procrastinate. Yeah, self-discipline is like values din, di ba? You have to be consistent on that. Mahirapan kang mag-build ng discipline kung hindi mo siya regular na pina-practice, 'di ba? Parang exercise lang 'yan, 'di ba? Kapag nag-exercise tayo, makikita natin yung kalalabasan sa katawan natin kung talagang may pinagpaguran na tayo or wala pa. Katulad din ng discipline, kung ang pagdidisiplina mo sa sarili mo ay ngayon disciplined student ako ngayong Lunes, pero bukas hindi na naman sa Miyerkules, on off. No, hindi din siya effective. Dapat you must be consistent. Yes, Jovelyn, what is Luke 17:4? Ayan yung mga medyo kahinaan ko, hindi ko kabisado yung mga Bible verses. Yes, Jovelyn, you might want to share with us. Jovelyn, ayan, hindi na pala. Even if they sin against you 7 times in a day and 7 times come back to you saying, I repent, you must forgive them. Wow. O, sige na nga. Okay, thank you. Meron pa ba? Wala na. Thank you for sharing. Wait lang ha. 21. Okay, so last time we have the phases. Tama. This time we have values, skills, and development. Paano naman yan? We have the instrumental values. Okay, i-type ko na lang. Ability with intelligence, and dexterity that enable him to be professional and competent. Okay. Anong pagkakaintindi nyo dito sa instrumental skills? Anybody? This has something to do with your intelligence or your intellectual functioning and your dexterity. Ibig sabihin, your gracefulness or skillfulness in dealing with your fine and gross motor skills. Or parang in other words, para mas madali natin siyang maintindihan, these are your skills, your gifts, or inclinations which could serve as an instrument for you to become a competent person, for you to accomplish a certain task. makukuha ninyo, ito yung mga gifts ninyo, your inclinations. Ano ba yung mga skills ninyo that serve as the instrument para magawa nyo yung isang task na maayos, maganda, ano ba yun, nagagawa ng tama. Okay, these are instrumental skills. Kapag sinabi naman nating interpersonal skills, ability to perceive self and others accurately in way that facilitate communication, mutual understanding, or cooperation. Or it is simply, diba? It's how well you deal with other people. Magaling ka bang makisalamuha sa ibang tao? Naiintindihan mo ba yung ibang tao? Or self-centered ka lang? No? Paano mo na foster ang cooperation, your mutual new ideas and to take data beyond quantification and logic to the development of new concepts. Or it is simply, ayan, yes, Jovelyn, nagtataas ka ng kamay, dear?
Ma'am, hindi ko po alam kung dito lang po sa akin yung naka-present po iba. Ay, opo. Wala po yung parang binabasa po ninyo.
Bakit iba ako? Hindi nyo pa nababasa yung pinipresent ko?
Hindi pa po, ma'am. Yung
Hindi po.
wala po. Comment lang po.
Wala po,
Wala.
Wait lang, tignan natin anong nangyari. Nagpa-present naman ako. Try ko na lang mag-stop presenting muna, ha? Bakit, Toy? Wait lang, try ko na lang ulit. Preset now. Bakit kaya? Wait. Ayan, nakikita na po ba or hindi pa?
Nakikita.
Okay na po,
Nakikita
ma'am.
po, ma'am.
Same lang naman siya kanina. Bakit kaya? Or baka some internet problem? Mahina kaya yung
Bad
net
po.
ko? Okay, sige. Ayan. Can you see it right now? The instrumental and interpersonal skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So again, as I have said a while ago, under instrumental skills, these are your inclinations, these are your gifts, these are your talents, no? In a way that, kumbaga, you are able to develop them, to determine them, to accomplish a certain task with some sort of efficiency or competency. Okay, another one is for instrumental skills. Ito yung, kumbaga, kung sa 4 pillars of education, it's living together. No, you are able to understand other people, you are able to build harmony with other people, you develop tolerance in accepting different points of views or ideas. Ayan, that's interpersonal skills. How well you are in dealing with other people. Di ba? As we all know, no, pag iba-ibang tao, iba-ibang, di ba? We are unique individuals. And when we say interpersonal values, that is being willing to compromise some of your ideas, some of your values in order for us to gain mutual understanding or some sort of agreement, consensus that speaks for interpersonal values. Another one is imaginal skills. Kapag sinabi nating imaginal skills, no, you are using your imagination to develop new concepts. You are practicing your creativity, innovation, and critical thinking. Okay? In harnessing our imaginal skills, we are somehow integrating the first two skills that we have, our gifts, our talents, and of course, no, hindi naman pwedeng yung mga ideas mo ay sarilihin mo lang, no? You have to engage with other people, no? Makipag-work ka sa ibang tao so that you could further enhance your ideas, or you could further nourish them. You could further work on its limitations, or ano pa ba yung mga pwedeng i-work out. Okay? So that's for imaginal skills. You combine the instrumental and then interpersonal skills. Another one is system skills. Di ba kapag sinabi nating system, it composes of different parts. Di ba? Kumbaga yung katawan natin, di ba? There are different parts. And when that, as an individual, you should know the functions or what could be the role of that part, specific part. Okay, it's your ability to see the various parts of the system because because the system is the whole, yung buo, no? So, ang buo na yan, it composes of different system. And you have to know how to relate of that different parts in order for the system to work out or to do its function. Ayan. Ability to see the various parts of a system as they relate to the whole and to plan for a system. Just the idea, but you don't yet foresee what could be its potential impact, no, for the whole. Sa system skill, nakikita mo na dyan kung ano yung mga probable impact, what could be the different effect ng halimbawa ng isang values na gusto mong i-develop or baguhin. Okay, it's the ability of an individual to plan, design, change in the whole system to act as a whole based on the capacity to see how parts relate to the entire unit. For the system skill, ginagamit mo na sila yung instrumental, interpersonal, and then imaginal skills. That's for system skill. Halimbawa na lang siguro para mas madali natin siyang maintindihan. In integrating a certain value in our life. Halimbawa, may gusto kang alisin na bad vice in your life or bisyo, no? Siyempre, kailangan mong pag-isipan mo na, no? Pag-isipan mo with your intelligence, bakit mo siya kailangang baguhin, mga bagay na ganyan, ano na yung mga nagiging epekto sa iyo ng vice na yan, and perhaps you may want to share to some of your friends bakit mo na siya gustong baguhin. Ayan, kasi sharing with other people somehow could be a form of support to us. And then you try to imagine what could be the activities, no, na pwede mong gawin. And then for the system skill, makikita mo ngayon kung ano yung, kung halimbawa na plan mo na, you have already your plan. You should somehow foresee kung ano yung magiging epekto ng pagbabago mong iyan sa family mo, sa friends mo, iiwasan ka ba ng mga friends mo, or susuportahan ka ba nila, or makakabuo ka ba ng bagong friendship kasi iiwan mo yung friendship mo because of the vice. Ayan, sa buong buhay mo, what could be its impact? Parang ganon. Okay? Let's move on to the characteristics of values according to Max Scheler. according to Max Scheller, actually siya yung may hierarchy of values. Although hindi kasi siya na-mention sa ating reference book, characteristic of values ang pinapakita nila. But later on, I will try to tell you what are the different hierarchy of values. So, according to Scheller, they are pure, valuable essences or qualities. Values are pure. They are absolute, no? They are absolute, valuable essences or qualities. They are usually innate, kaya nga pure. They should be innate to an individual. Okay? And they are objective and transcend to the sentimental perception to which they appeal. With or without our conception or conceptualization of that values, nag-i-exist sila. Kahit kumbaga, with our idea or kahit alam natin or hindi, there are values that exist. And take note, it should transcend the sentimental perception to which they appeal. Kumbaga, hindi siya nagbe-base sa kung ano yung mga sentiments na binibigay natin sa values na yan. Truth exists without considering kung binavalue mo ba yung truth or hindi. Or honesty exists, no? Even kumbaga ang sentimental perception mo or value mo regarding honesty ay kabaliktaran, no? Mag-exist pa rin ang honesty. That's objectivity. Objectivity of the value honesty, kung halimbawa ng honesty. Okay? There are hierarchy given dependent and relative among themselves and with the perceiver. Diba? We have mentioned that values are, kumbaga, these are the things that we value, we perceive as desirable, important, over set of alternatives. Diba? May pagpipilian tayo. Ibig sabihin, from those choices, meron tayong i-prioritize. Mas mataas ba ang family sa friends, sa self, kung halimbawa, ano mas mahalaga? Education, your friends, your health, mga bagay na ganun. There are ranked. And according to Scheller, we have the pleasure values, we have the vital values, we have the spiritual values, we also have the values of the na-disconnect po ako, sorry. Saan po nag-end yung aking sinasabi? Hindi ko na-track. Hello?
Ma'am, sa mga values po.
Kay Scheller pa lang tayo?
Yes, ma'am. Kakabanggit niyo lang, ma'am, na may iba't ibang values po na sinasabi si Scheller, ma'am, tulad ng pleasure values.
Okay.
Then,
Meron na ba kayong teaching profession?
Nung
Or
first
wala
year, ma'am,
pa?
tapos na po.
Sinong teacher niyo last time?
si Sir Alan po.
Okay. So I believe you have already your idea about the Scheller's hierarchy of values, tama? Hello? Okay, sige. Asan na ako? Ayan, yung sinasabi ko kanina, we have the pleasure, vital, spiritual, and values of the holy. Okay, so it's an hierarchy, no? Depending on our own preferences as an individual, kung ano ba yung mas ipa-priority mo. Okay, they are always given in pairs. Can you give me a pair of value? Can you think of a pair of value? Usually, these pairs are opposite. They are polar with one another. Right, wrong. Honesty, dishonesty. Good, bad. Nakukuha niyo po yung they are given in pairs. For a certain value, there is a counter value. Okay? Ayan. Since napag-usapan kanina regarding the hierarchy of values between the self, family, and society, which do you think should be given priority? Based on this question pa lang, we could see, I believe, magkakaroon tayo ng iba't ibang sagot. Some of you will answer siguro self, some will answer family, some will answer society. So, dyan pa lang makikita natin that among us, we have our set of hierarchy of values. Okay? Halimbawa, if for us to determine kung ano yung mga pina-priority natin mga values in life, malalaman natin yan through values clarification. Halimbawa, they will ask you question like this. I want to watch my favorite soap opera, but tomorrow will be my examinations in physics and algebra. Or you want to watch your favorite Netflix series, or but tomorrow will be your examination, your midterm, or your final. Okay? So makikita mo dyan kung yung isang individual, ano yung i-value niya? Ano yung i-priority niya? Siguro, meron pa rin magpa-priority ng panonood niya ng soap opera because somehow it gives happiness to her. It pleases her. Diba? Or maaring ang iba sa inyo ay hindi manonood kasi nga mas ipra-prioritize niya ang success over this personal pleasure. Okay? Usually kasi under the hierarchy of values, the pleasure values are the ones at the bottom. They are more of pleasing ourselves or for our personal satisfaction or gratification. Okay, pagtataas ka na vital values na yon, and then spiritual, and then we have the values of the holy. Another one, pwede niyang gawing motivations ang panonood ng opera bago, parang ginagawa mong reward sa sarili mo. Okay? Minsan gano'n din ako pag nag-work ako. Sige, work para mapanood ko na yung gusto kong panoorin or magawa ko na yung gusto kong gawin. Yan. Another one is, I love eating cake, ice cream, and other sweet food. Then my doctor told me that I am diabetic. Okay. Anong ipra-priority mo dito? Your personal pleasure? Or your personal gratification? Or would you value more your health? Diba? Health or sickness? Yan yung option mo dyan eh. Health or sickness. Depende kung ano yung preference mo. Yan. For Max Scheller, a lower value can be sacrificed for a higher value. Sa tingin nyo, okay lang ba yan? Yung a lower value could be sacrificed for a higher value. Would it be okay? Di ba, kapag yung sabihin natin na mas nasa mababang hierarchy or nasa bababang level, kapag yung value na yon ay focus lang siya sa atin, on ourselves, no? But if you want, saglit, may I just look on my notes sa hierarchy of values? Ayan, semi-dilemma. Okay, tingnan ko lang yung notes ko ha, kasi sa teaching prof yon. I'll just stop presenting for a while. Hindi ko mahanap. Wait lang. Sige, let's move on muna dito. Next time, pakita ko na lang sa inyo. So, according to Scheller, we could subordinate some of the higher values that we have. Pero as much as possible, sabi nga niya, kaya nga may hierarchy. Dapat ang pagdedesisyon natin sa buhay ay palaging pataas. Pero if the option is, kung ang option ay magkaibang value, tapos ang prioritize mo ay yung nasa mababang value, no? Yes, you could have that option. Pero you may live in a life na pwedeng hindi siya ganoon ka fulfilling, ka meaningful, ka purposeful. Halimbawa na lang yung sa eto. Okay. Syempre, ano ba yung mas mataas? Yung personal interest mo ba na, or personal gratification mo na kumain ng ice cream, o yung health mo? Okay? Kapag winayin mo yan, mas mataas ang rank ko ng health, di ba? Kasi you have to prioritize your health. It affects your function as an individual. Pero kung mas pinili mo pa rin kumain, no? Mas pinili mong kumain ng mga matatamis, definitely, masasacrifice ang health mo. Okay. Or halimbawa, eto, ayan. Diba? Your personal, yourself versus your, kumbaga, yung success mo. Kasi yan yung mga conflicting values. Yung personal gratification mo ba? Yung entertainment mo ba? O yung dream mong mag-succeed at matapos ng maayos yung schooling mo. Ayan. Pwede ka namang manood. Okay lang na manood. Pero wag kang magreklamo kung mabagsak ka sa examination. Which could have, ayan, which could make your life unpleasing. Ayan. Okay. So, those are the different characteristics. Ayan. Values are pure, valuable essences or qualities. Ayan. They are objective and should transcend sentimental. Yung sentiments kasi natin, it's our emotional attachment regarding that value. And then there is hierarchy, and also they are given in pairs. And according to Thomas Andres, somehow relative din siya kay Scheller, value is relative. It could be relative of time. It could be dependent of, ano ba yung mga, to the person or to the culture. Halimbawa na lang, Americans had a different set of values kumpara sa atin. Hindi porket binavalue ng mga Americans ang kanilang set of values, ay dapat yun din ang i-value natin mga Pilipino. No, it's relative, di ba? We have our own preferences of values as a country, as a nation, no? And we perceive these values to have a worth in our country. no? May purpose sila, may gamit sila. No, kaya nga sila nagiging value. Hindi pwedeng i-value mo yung isang bagay na hindi naman siya ganun ka-pleasing ang impact sa'yo. Okay? And also, ano yung note ko na dito? Value is subjective. Paano yung value is subjective? Diba? It must be freely chosen. You choose your own value, your preference. Value is objective. Paano naman po yung value is objective? Babalikan nyo po yung kay Scheller kanina. It must transcend the sentiments of an individual or a person. They exist, no? Even without our own conception, or even if we don't possess them, they are still considered as values. They are bipolar, or yung sinasabi natin kaninang they come into pairs. Okay? There is a value for a specific value, and also it comes with hierarchy. Ito po. Ayan. Classification of values. Siyempre, it must be useful, or it has some function in our life. It should be pleasurable and delectable, befitting, and becoming good, or it gives your life a purpose. Okay. Can you think of an example pala regarding sa value is relative? Nakalimutan kong itanong kanina. What are the values that our forefathers value before that you think is no longer considered values at present? Di ba relative? Time, depende yan. Kumbaga parang sa mga gadget lang yan. Di ba? Iba yung uso noon, iba yung trending ngayon. Noon sa ngayon. Okay. Let's think of, halimbawa, yung value natin regarding sa marriage noon. Even sex. Di ba? Marriage and sex before, they are sacred. But I don't think kung ganun pa rin yung value nila sa ating society ngayon. Those are my some of my analysis. Baka meron pa kayo. Ano yung mga sa tingin nyo na that were considered as value before, but in our time they are no longer perceived as value? May gustong sumagot?
Mama ko po.
Si RJ yata ang nauna.
Yes, ma'am.
RJ. Yes.
Ma'am, yung sa akin po nakita ko pong analysis is yung yung values po na being fairness. Kasi
Fairness.
talamak naman po ngayon sa atin na yung lalo na po sa sa political view po natin, yun nga po, mas lamang kung nakakaangat ka sa buhay. Then kung mababa lang po yung yung status mo, talagang talo ka po, parang ganun po. So yung tinatawag po natin na tatsulok, palaging yung mataas, yung estado yung nasa taas. At
sabi ni Bamboo.
Sila po yung patuloy.
Okay, sige,
so yun
RJ.
Po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Yes, thank you, RJ. Yes, Nikki.
Ma'am, ako po yung napansin ko naman is maganda siya kasi yung stereotyping po. Kasi dati parang ang gusto lang po nila is yung mga lalaki lang yung nagre-raise ng family, yung mother kailangan laging nasa bahay lang. So ngayon ma'am, parang mas maganda siya sa modern times kasi nabibigyan ng equality yung mga babae na nagkakaroon ng women empowerment. Pantay-pantay na po yung mga karapatan. Yun po, ma'am.
Yeah. Kung titignan natin, mas pinapansin noon ang mga lalaki. No? But now we have gender and development programs, which I think ay nag-work na siya. Mas nag-work na siya. And as we all know, our government allocated some amount of money for that. nagkakaroon talaga sila. Kaya meron tayong mga seminars, trainings, no, to raise gender and development awareness. And kung papansinin nyo din, regarding sa fairness kanina na sinabi ni RJ, almost all students now can attend schooling, di ba? Unlike before, although may mga bullying pa rin tayo, but there are many programs or activities in our government catering for different type of learners. Tama, meron na tayong mga tinatawag na inclusive education, special education, okay, mga bagay na gano'n. And, ano ba? May idea pa kayo? Baka you would like to share something? Share nyo lang, ha? And another one is, according to nature of occurrence, accidental befits a man with respect to the accidents found in him. Or these are the different type of values na nade-develop natin because of the different events na nangyari sa buhay mo. May biglang nangyari sa buhay mo, and then, tcharan, nagkaroon ka ng value na ganito. That's accidental. Okay? Hindi lang hindi mo siya ni-aim na ma-develop or matutunan, but because of the incident, of that incident or event in your life, you somehow learn to cultivate that value. Okay, another one is natural. Ayan, kumbaga, it's befits a man with regard to permanent force in him or his nature. It's within you. It's innate in you. The value is innate in you. Okay? We also have the three main levels as the foundation for the moral, socio-political, and religious rights of man. Physical or biological aspect, which is the lowest level. Based on my research, parang these are the different values that we cultivate just to fulfill or satisfy our physical or biological well-being. Okay, pagdating naman sa sentiency level, anong sabi niya dito? Man is capable of experiencing pain and pleasure. Chief desire of man ay, although nandun pa rin yung gusto natin ng food, sex, but you go beyond your physical or biological needs. Parang you are looking to preserve your, ang tawag nito, yung lahi mo. Ayan. Nandyan na yon, yung family, rearing your own family or propagating your own family. That's in sentiency level. And then for the level of reason or the highest level, ito na yung you are utilizing your gift to, kumbaga, evaluate all the things, hindi lamang to satisfy your personal well-being and other people, but ito yung nagda-decide ka for the sake of the greater good, no? That's for the level of reasoning, the highest level. And, sorry, 228. May next class kayo? Wala. Hello po.
Meron po.
Sige, i-continue natin kasi meron pa akong naiwan dito. I-continue natin next time. Meron, konti na lang naman. Ayan. So, next week pala ang activity week natin, tama? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Sige.
yes, ma'am.
Please,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please remind me next time bago tayo mag-proceed sa new discussion natin na may hindi pa tayo natapos na isang lesson, ne? Baka makalimutan ko kasi. Yan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you very much. May I remind you when again na i-message ako tomorrow para makahanap ako ng Coursera courses.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay? So if you have no more question, you may leave and attend to your next class.
Thank you po.